everyone to the Wheels Museum. We're so happy that you're here with us. I wish you were here in person, but I'm going to tell you some stories about the Wheels Museum, some of the exhibits that we have here. If you see things in the ceiling when you come to Wheels Museum that you don't recognize, what could that possibly be? How does that have to do with flight? How does that have to do with transportation? These are items that were made by a fine arts class at the University of New Mexico to depict the inspiration of flight. There are some people who come in here and they get scared and they say, how could you really fly in that? You can't really fly in it. It's an art piece. And I must admit that some of our volunteers say, well, we don't want that there because it's not a real airplane. But some other people just love the idea that it's thinking about flight. It's thinking about what does a bird do? What does an airplane do? What has wheels in the sky? So we try to have something inspirational for people as well as the inspirational items that are actual airplanes. We have many, many beautiful model airplanes of various scale here in our aviation center. So you're welcome to come in and see them. We also have 3 real airplanes here at the museum. We just received a Grob glider, and we're thrilled to have that. And that's the largest airplane that we have here. It's 58 feet across. It was given to us by a group of people who bought it, and it didn't work out for them. And they asked us if we would take it, and we took it, and we had to take the wings off because the building here is only 48 feet wide, and the airplane's 58 feet wide. So our volunteers took the wings off, and they were able to hang it. Very, very difficult to do. And then after they hung it, they decided, we don't like the way we hung it, we're going to rehang it. So we had to get another lift, and they wanted to rehang it so it looks like it's banking a little bit. So people come in, and it covers the whole width of the museum, so it's a fabulous, fabulous exhibit. And many children come in and they want to go into it. Of course, we can't let children go into it, but they have the idea of flight because they've seen it. So if you come into the Wheels Museum and you look up, you'll see that this airplane goes all the way from one side way to the other side. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't get in and fly in this glider, but some people want to do that. So we're thrilled to have it. The next airplane that we have is made of wood. And this airplane is also a real airplane. It has no motor in it because we don't want anybody to get any great ideas. But this was handmade out of wood by some of our volunteers. And it took about 800 hours to build this airplane. And if you look at the detail of it, it's unbelievable to see how all the pieces of wood are curved, how it's actually constructed. And if a motor were in it, and if it was covered, it could fly. We left it uncovered. We did not want to put anything over the wing because we wanted people to see what is involved in the actual construction of such an airplane like this. And then we have a third airplane, and it's way back here. I'll show you. Now this third airplane was given to us by a man who's an attorney here, and one day he came to me and he said, I've been flying this airplane to Gallup, and I'm suddenly scared to do it. It has a Volkswagen engine. So I didn't blame him for that. And he said, would you like to take it? I said, yes, we'll take the airplane. So I'll show you this airplane right over here. This little airplane, if you look up closely, you'll see there's somebody in it, and that's our depiction of Amelia Earhart. And that's to show the idea of the bravery of women and men who get in a little airplane like this and actually go up in the sky. And if you can see Amelia in there, she does look tired. Her arm is looping over the side. Of course, that's just our idea of how she might have felt when she was up there trying to fly so many times. A little handmade airplane with a Volkswagen engine in it. When I started the idea of Wheels Museum over 30 years ago, I went to an art show, and there was a man there named George Manus, and he has some fantastic things, including this item right here. And in my typical way, I asked if I could have him, and he said yes. And so in the museum, we have quite a few spectacular George Manus metal sculptures. Now, this is a, quote, bicycle, but it's got wagon wheels, and it's got all kinds of equipment on it that has nothing to do with the bicycle. From old cars, we call it the whimsical. One day a lady came in and she was so mad at me because she said, I don't know how you can ride this thing. And I said, well, you don't really ride it. It's an art piece. It's to inspire and be fun and be whimsical and give people ideas about transportation. but it's got the old wooden wheels, so of course it can't be driven. But she was so upset, she was so shocked. But most people love to see it. It's so much fun, it's a lot of work, and he was a wonderful, wonderful artist and gave us these fascinating, fun ideas of transportation. So come over and see our whimsical. So we hope you'll come down to Wheels Museum and you'll see in the sky we have, in the high ceiling, we have these wonderful, wonderful airplanes, and then we have things on the ground, and then we have all the models. And we have over 10,000 exhibit items here. So we'd love to have you come. We're open Monday through Thursday morning, 9 to 12, and Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 2. There's no charge to come into the museum. Everyone is welcome. We also do events, presentations, parties, so come and see us. Thank you.